Hey guys, in this video, I will show you how to add ESP32 in Tinkercad. Alright, so let's begin. Before getting started, it's important to understand that Tinkercad does not currently offer native support for the ESP32. The platform mainly focuses on boards such as the Arduino Uno, Microbit, and Atini 85. Because of this, searching for an ESP32 in the components library will not return any results, and that behavior is completely normal. Even though the ESP32 is not available as a built-in component, there are still two effective methods you can use depending on your goal. The first approach is ideal if you simply want to design and organize your circuit layout. Start by opening Tinkercad circuits and creating a new project. Next, search for a breadboard in the components panel and place it onto your workspace. This will serve as the foundation for your circuit design. If you'd like a visual representation of the ESP32, search for a generic integrated circuit or a DIP-style component and place it on the breadboard. While it won't function as a real ESP32, it can act as a placeholder that helps you organize your wiring and keep your project layout clean. You can then connect wires around it exactly as you would when planning the real circuit. To make the layout even more useful, use Tinkercad's Notes feature by pressing the N key. With Notes, you can label important ESP32 pins such as GPIO2, EN, boot, or any other pins you intend to use. Although Tinkercad cannot simulate the ESP32 itself, these labels create a clear visual guide that makes it easier to transfer your design to actual hardware later. This method is especially helpful for project planning, documentation, teaching, or simply preventing wiring mistakes before building the real circuit. The second method is more suitable if your goal is to test the logic of your project. Since the ESP32 is unavailable, you can use an Arduino Uno as a temporary substitute. This is a common workaround because many sensors and modules behave similarly during simulation. Components such as DHT11 sensors, PIR sensors, ultrasonic sensors, LEDs, buzzers, and switches can all be tested effectively with an Arduino Uno. Build your circuit using the Arduino Uno, connect your components, and write your code in Tinkercad's code editor. Once you've verified that your logic works correctly, you can transfer the code to your actual ESP32 project. However, remember that the pin assignments on the ESP32 are different from those on the Arduino Uno. Before uploading your final code, always check the ESP32 pinout and adjust the pin numbers accordingly. This is one of the most important things to keep in mind when moving from simulation to real hardware. A pin number that works in a Tinkercad Arduino Uno project may not correspond to the same pin on an ESP32. In addition, if your project uses specific libraries or sensor modules, you may need to make a few minor adjustments when transferring the code. This is completely normal and is a standard part of moving from a simulated environment to a real-world ESP32 project. Using these methods can save time, improve project organization, and help you catch potential mistakes before assembling the real hardware. And that's it. This is how you can add ESP32 in Tinkercad. That's all for this video. See you in the next one. Thanks.